Hi guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing and doing a tutorial on the Kylie Jenner eyeshadow palette, and this is from her vacation collection, and this is the Take Me On Vacation eyeshadow palette. I was lucky enough to get the entire bundle. I was originally going to do a review and tutorial and everything all in one, but because I'm still filming on my phone and I don't want to be like completely speeding right through it, I want to take my time and actually review the products properly. I'm actually going to do this in two separate videos. So today, as I said, I'm going to be reviewing and doing a tutorial on the eyeshadow palette, and then in the next video, I don't know what one's going to be up first, I'm going to be reviewing all the other stuff that I got. I love the packaging of it, I just think it's so chic looking. So then whenever we open it up, we have, try and pick this brush up with my toes. No. You open it up, you can see that you get 16 shades and you get 7 shimmers and you get 9 matte shades. And looking at this palette, I definitely think you could come up with so many eye colours in this, because as I say, you do have your shimmers, you do have your mattes, you have your neutral colour, you have your warm tones, your cool tones, and then you also have your pop colours. You have great mattes for your transition colours. Like 5,000 degrees in my room right now. We are getting such nice weather at the minute. It is just so hot. The first shade I'm going to take is this shade here, and I'm just going to be popping this in my crease. This shade is pigmented enough, but you can't really tell that much because it is quite a light shade. Then I'm going to go in onto this shade here. I'm also just going to pop that in my crease. They're blending out great. Definitely can't fault them so far. And one thing I have noticed, like whenever I'm actually like dipping my brush into the actual palette, like I'm not getting like loads of fallout or anything, so that's good. I'm going to try and use as many shades as I can. I think I might actually do a half cut crease today. So as you can see, the colours are blending really, really nicely. I'm going to start to cut my crease. On top of that cut crease, I'm going to be going in with this shade here, and this shade is so pretty. Like it is like a rose gold with like pure gold reflex through it. It is so nice. It's not really as pigmented as I'm kind of wanting it to be. Really having to go back and forth here. Okay, so that wasn't as pigmented as I kind of hoped it would be. So I'm actually just going to go into one of the loose highlighters. That's it there. So I'm just going to pack that on. I know whenever shimmer eyeshadows aren't really that pigmented, you can always go with a Fix Plus or a setting spray, but like I think this eyeshadow palette alone is $30, $38, $40 or something. But if you're paying that much for an eyeshadow palette, I don't want to have to go in with another product to be able to use the eyeshadow palette. Okay, so that looks grand now. So then I'm going to take this shade here, it's just a bronze gold. This one definitely looks more pigmented already as I'm actually going into the pan. And I'm just going to be placing this in the centre and then slightly blending that into the highlighter that I just used. Then I'm going to go into this dark matte brown. I'm just going to be placing this in my outer V. So my first impressions so far, the matte shades are definitely more pigmented than the shimmers. That's quite common in some eyeshadows. That's left on my brush. I'm just going to drag that to my inner corner, just above where I've cut the crease, just to make it a wee bit softer. And then I'm absolutely dying to use this shade here. So I think I'm going to use this shade on my lower lash line. Okay, so this shade here is very glittery. I might actually swap brushes. I might actually go onto the brush that she actually provided. Like it's just sitting on the bristles. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's going in really, really hard here. And I'm like completely like denting the eyeshadow. Okay, so we definitely have some colour. 10 minutes later. I think I'm just going to leave it like that so it's more of like a simple summery look. So I'm going to go and finish my other eye and then I will be back. But this is the completed look that I came up with. I am obsessed with this makeup look and I am in love with this eyeshadow palette. This is just a quick close-up of how it all came out. First impressions on this eyeshadow palette, I love it. I absolutely love it. The only thing I would say, some of the shimmers in this palette didn't blend out as much as I hoped it would. Whenever I went off camera and done my eyelashes and mascara, I did touch up on some of the shimmers just to intensify them a wee bit more because I just found that they didn't really do anything, that I had to keep on packing on and packing on and packing on. This colour here, I am absolutely obsessed with this colour. It is absolutely stunning. I think this was probably, out of all the colours that I used today, this was actually the hardest colour to get on, if you know what I mean. Like, it blended out beautifully, eventually it went on beautiful, but it was just very hard to pack on the colour onto the brush because it was just very gritty and glittery. And then whenever I was actually blending it in or brushing it in or packing it onto my eye, like, it was just flaking off and actually going into my eye. It was quite a mess, to be fair. So with this shade in particular, there is a lot of fallout, but overall I will probably continue to use this eyeshadow palette. Do I think it would be worth the money on its own? Yeah, go for it. What do I know? Everybody has their own personal opinions. So this is in the shade First Class, and this is a matte shade, and this is a cool toned lilac. This second shade is Summer 17. But this is a shimmer, and I personally think it's a duochrome, so it's a rose gold with gold reflex through it. It is stunning but lacks pigment. This next one is Pina Colada, also a matte shade, and it is pastel yellow. This next shade here is called Starfish. This is also a matte shade. It's a salmon pink. And my favourite one, this is Island Girl. It's the most intense sky blue, and it is a shimmer. Next one is called Sail Away. So you see, as I said with the shimmers, they're not the best. So that's Sail Away, and it's just a shimmer bronze. This next shade is called Aloha. This is a matte shade. This would be a beautiful lid colour. This next shade is called Palm Tree, and this is just a matte medium brown. I was kind of hoping whenever I was doing this makeup tutorial that it would be slightly darker because I had to go on and pack it on. And then onto the next row, this is called Sea Breeze. This is just a neutral skin colour eyeshadow, and this is also a matte. This next one is called Coconut, muted down cool tone brown. The shade here is called Paradise. This is what I used here on my eye. I had to go over that quite a few times to get the pigment payoff. One is called On the Rocks. This is a matte shade, and I would say this is a very cool toned purple. The shade looks really nice. This is called Sunset. This is also a shimmer. You see, as I'm swatching it, like, the shimmer shades really do need packed on quite a bit. So as you can see, that's quite a pink coral shimmer. This next one is called Spray Tan, and this is a matte shade, and this is just going to be your general transition shade. And here it's called a Luxury. This is just a dark purple, and this is also a shimmer. It has maroon and burgundy in through it as well, I would say. I'm really excited for this next one. I hope it swatches good. This one is called Surfboard. So Surfboard, yeah, it's decent enough. It doesn't really swatch the colour it is in the pan for some reason. So that is all my shit swatches. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please follow me on Snapchat and Instagram. I will have everything linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.